We've got some lightning over the Bay of Biscay at the moment, and it's tracking its way northward, so it could potentially hit us by the evening time. And even that, we've got a second area of storms just below the first area of those storms, which is affecting in northern Spain and Portugal at the moment. So thunderstorm likely potentially in the evening time. I'll mention that at the end of the video. Well, welcome to episode 3 of weather vlogging. Today, very interesting one for the time of year, sunburned. I'll mention more about that after the intros. Whoa! That was a good... Whoa, that was close. Missed it. Whoa! Oh, I just missed that flash, but at least I caught the thunder. This is like another perfect day for weather vlogging, and probably the most perfect time for a title out of all of them so far. Today's weather vlogging is sunburns, and you know that's not going to happen to me, but I'll give you some facts. I'm going to nip out for a walk again this afternoon because it's a gorgeous weather today. 26 degrees Celsius today, maybe 27 degrees Celsius, with plenty of sunshine. But yeah, potentially another video could be out later tonight or early Thursday with potential of some thunderstorms. I'll mention that later, much later. But anyways, let's go out with me, and I'll mention about some of the sunburn facts and what we can do to definitely help prevent it, and also the facts that you could get for sunburn. Well, another gorgeous August day. Usually most August in the UK is usually rather dull and fairly cool, but actually it's been a slight turnaround this August of this year in the UK. Probably the best for about 3 years. I mean, we still got a week to go. I know it's looking a little bit more changeable, but temperature's still looking a bit above average, so it's definitely not likely to be a cool end to August. God, it feels so hot outside. Even though the temperature's probably maybe a couple of degrees lower, still feels, in fact I think it probably feels more humid than it was yesterday, which I'm not all too surprised. I don't know, I can just feel it because I'm sweating a lot more than yesterday. But enough of the subjects, we'll talk about sunburn. Now, as you know, also I'm not going through too far in this area because the other day I did that, I actually saw a snake. I think it was an adder snake. I think that's the only most common snake in the UK, but particularly dangerous, so yeah, it wasn't affected. I was perfectly fine. I just got out of there as soon as possible. It was much further on in this field though, although it could be anywhere, but this is where I'm going to be at today, and I thought that I will mention about facts about sunburn and information. As you know, in the UK, I'm generally talking about this country, we can get sunburn regardless whether it's a heat wave or just very mild summer weather, but still, you know, sunburns are likely. Oddly enough, March to October, which is just over half of the year, is the most likely time of year to get sunburn, which is the sun rays at its most strongest. Now, as you know, getting sunburn at first may not be a major thing, but it could seriously affect your skin. My skin's perfectly alright. So on the sun, I've been out all afternoon in Nottingham yesterday, but I think it looks absolutely fine. sun cream that I use is Nivea moisturizing sun spray, category is medium. I don't particularly burn easily though, but it doesn't take me long to get burnt as well. So it's kind of one of these things where you don't burn as quickly as other people, but it doesn't take long as well, if you know what I mean. So fairly short amount of time, but not sudden, I would imagine. But obviously I always put sun cream on. June is usually, not surprisingly, probably early July, is the highest peak of time to get sunburns. But, as I said, even in the autumn, in October, you can get sunburns as well. But it's not just the sun you can get sunburn. If it was, well, okay, maybe if it's not based in the UK, but you know, parts of like the ski resorts in France, Switzerland, you know, when there's snow up in the mountains and the sunlight reflects on it or something like that, the snow can actually give you sunburn as well. I think that's about right. And oddly enough, but it's true, you can actually also get sunburn in cool, cloudy conditions. But then again, I believe what the facts say, oddly enough. Some people don't, some people do. Now, if someone you know or you get sunburn, you have to get inside pretty much straight away when you found out you got sunburn. Best thing to do is probably take a cool bath or shower shortly after the incident. Probably keep windows closed, keep sunlight out of your skin until your skin has recovered from the sunburn. Now, in terms of how long it lasts, your skin may become itchy, it'll become dry, it'll stop peeling off your old dead skin from the sunburn. It'll probably take about a week on average to recover. Some it could be last longer, some probably not as long as a week. Also, you may be okay for now, but as you get on later on in later life, may not affect everyone, it affects people in completely different ways, but you could potentially get skin cancer, particularly if you don't put enough sunscreen on, regardless how hot or sunny it is. It's not always about the sun, it's sometimes about the sun rays as well, which can sometimes just peek through the clouds. So you have got to take care of your skin out in these conditions. I always do that and always will. Some people unfortunately don't, which is sad, but not everyone may want to follow these rules, but that's the way it goes. So obviously you've got to respect the rules, keep safe in the sun. 11 AM to 3 PM is, well, I know it's middle of the day, but I'm perfectly safe. If I knew my skin was getting a bit darker, I would go for shade immediately. But it's the most likely time of year to get sunburns from 11 AM to 3 PM. Usually after 4 PM it's not as intense, so usually most people do tend to go out in the evening time, which is not a bad thing. I mean, usually people work during the day, or most school kids go to school, so generally if it's still sunny in the evening, it's actually the best time to go out there. So that's some facts about the sunburns and sunscreen. I could go on loads more about it, but it'll take hours. I've got to save some video footage for you know what. Come back with me and I'll explain why. Why on earth would someone leave a picture frame out in the middle of the countryside? Well, I'm just about to close the vlog. I know it's slightly shorter than the last two, but I've got a feeling we've got some thunderstorms on the way. I don't know, I've got that feeling. I checked the UK lightning radar, I think you've already saw in the video. Yes, I'm going to be getting my camera out ready, so I'm probably charging it up soon when I get back home to probably prepare for tonight's potential big electrical evening. So thanks for watching, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. I will mention the next new vlogs for next week on Sunday. When I do my weather for the week ahead, so I'll quickly mention the updates. And the question of the vlog today is, who invented the sunscreen? Comment below, and like I said, you'll find out on Sunday of the actual answer. Like, comment, subscribe, guys. Stay safe in the sun, regardless what country you're in. The storm is now out, for now at least.